as sometimes the youngest person in the room, is it that your reputation sort of precedes you so people know that it's Jaytasha, she has already earned this respect? Or do you go in and you have to sort of set that foundation? What is that like?
Lately, people have been hearing more about me.
Okay.
But let's just say like yesterday, for example, just using that, I had to go in there and kind of like set the tone of who I am, of what I've done.
Yeah.
I may look young, but I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Leaders in the Spotlight with me, Taiji Charity. This podcast is for C-suite leaders to discuss their experiences and provide insight, encouragement, and inspiration for seasoned and inspiring leaders, offering valuable solutions to today's challenges that will inspire, ignite, and invigorate new and seasoned leaders to walk in their God-given authority with compassion, kindness, and empathy. So sit back, relax, and be prepared to be inspired with today's episode of Leaders in the Spotlight. Thank you. Welcome to another episode of Leaders in the Spotlight, where we navigate the highs, lows, and unexpected plot twists of leadership. I am Taiji Charity, your host. Today's guest is the one and only, y'all, Miss Jaytasha St.Cyr, the CEO and founder of Miss Everything Entertainment, a dynamic production company based here in Los Angeles. A proud native of the city, Jaytasha is of Creole and Belizean descent. She holds a bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in entertainment, marketing, and a minor in international business from Cal Poly Pomona University. With a background as an international dancer, actor, and model, Jaytasha built an expansive network and gained invaluable insight into the global entertainment industry. These experiences laid the foundation for her successful transition into production and directing film and television projects. Since 2019, Miss Everything Entertainment has been a proud partner of the Pan-African Film and Arts Festival, y'all. In 2020, the company produced the Pan-African Film Festival Institute Panel Series, with Jaytasha personally moderating 3 of the 5 engaging and impactful panels. She probably did all of them, y'all, but we just gonna say 3, okay? Jaytasha, welcome to, oh girl, I'm so excited. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. And woo, that was a long introduction.
Girl, that's probably a fraction of all the things you actually do and have accomplished. Just a little bit. I figured as much. I'm so excited to have you here. I mean, we all know the Pan-African Film Festival, but everybody should know Pan-African Film Festival, right?
Yes.
But just all the things that you're doing. Let's talk about the origin story.
Oh, from the beginning.
From the beginning. Let's talk about, how did you know that you were a leader? When did you step into this leadership role and realize, you know what, I know how to lead this thing?
One, I have to give it up to my family. My mother is, I'm first generation American because my mother was born in Belize.
Okay.
And she migrated over here to the United States, and where she met my father. And from there, they birthed this lovely, beautiful child right in front of you.
Are you an only child?
I am not. I'm actually the baby of 5.
Okay.
And then we're going to get into a little bit more because later on, my mother then adopted my sister's friend's daughter.
Wow.
And so she was raised with us since the age of 2, or maybe about 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
And yes, so now she's 20, so.
Okay. I love that.
So she's been with us since the beginning. But yes, I started dancing when I was 4 years old. My auntie had a dance company called Elegant Flair International Dance Company, where we danced all over the world for artists such as like Elephant Man, and did carnival. And,
nice.
And so that's where I learned a lot of my techniques of like ballet, jazz, African, tap. I used to do a lot of tap dancing. And then from there, I was always the one like, come on guys, like, little leader at 4 years old, like, we got to get rehearsal, we got to go do that. And then I ventured into, I've always been an athlete my whole life. And then I ventured into acting at the young age of 16.
Okay.
Got founded, me and my cousin, I call her my twin because we are same age and grew up together. But we got founded actually getting ready to perform at a show, and this lady was like, oh, you guys are so beautiful, like you guys should audition. And that's how I auditioned and then landed my first role on the Bernie Mac show.
Get out of here.
Yes, when I was 16 years old on the Bernie Mac show. And then since then, I started modeling at 18, and then I went overseas, so I got to learn globally a lot. I worked abroad and studied abroad in London and worked for a casting agency, so I got to learn more ins and outs of the
entertainment
business.
industry.
Entertainment industry. And so everything along the way helped kind of build like my leadership of like build knowing what to do, how to do it. And so after I finished school and college overseas, I started managing artists. So then I got into the music industry more. And I went on tour with Raphael Sadiq, and then came back to the U.S. and then did with Chrisette Michelle, with Mateo, and then Keisha Cole with I just worked with so many different music artists and stuff like that. And so, you know, I was doing everything.
Yeah,
hence the name. We're getting to the name.
Come on now.
I just started doing everything in entertainment because I love to do it all. I was just a very people person. Just love to like kind of like learn. To lead. You got to learn to lead.
I know that's right.
And so after I finished music, I came back to LA to help with my family business. We have a restaurant called Little Belize.
Okay.
Yes, so full circle back into the Belizean culture.
Wait, and I believe your family's restaurant sponsored one of the Pan-African Pimp.
Yes.
Girl, that food I was there. I so happened to be there this time. And let me tell you, oh yes. My palate was happy.
I am so glad.
It was
the food
good.
is great. The food is great.
Where
I
they
love
located?
It's located in Inglewood, right off of Nutwood and Market Street, like right down in downtown Iwood.
Okay.
And so we've been there for about almost 13 years now.
Well, we're going to tag that because y'all need to, if you don't know, you need to know. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I am, I was raised by my grandmother along the way. So Belizean is very like deeply rooted into me, and like having a big family. My mom was one of like 14.
Oh, wow.
17, sorry. One of 17.
Oh, are you serious?
One of 17, yes.
Oh,
I have
my.
a big family. And so that's my mom's side. But my dad's side also, he's from New Orleans. I got a big side over there.
Did you say
too.
New Orleans?
Yep, New Orleans,
Girl,
baby.
I'm from Louisiana.
Really?
See, that's why I felt it I felt it somewhere in the, yes.
Yes, so I have a big family raised with all of them. And I was like a little boss baby. I have two older sisters that I'm like, y'all gonna come work for me one day, and like all kind of stuff. Like, and so.
Do they work for you now?
So we're gonna get to it, but I have produced some projects where I hired almost everyone in my family. Almost everyone in my family.
That's pretty cool that you're able to do that, though.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine what's that like. Did they take direction from you very well? How did that go? Or they were just like, that's just J Tasha. She, but you had to
I'm
boss.
That's just J Tasha.
But I'm the boss.
But they do know that I'm a little boss baby.
Okay.
And they, like everyone, we play to our strengths. We're all Leos too.
Oh, wow.
Blame my daddy. We're all Leos.
Okay.
So I'm the first of Leo. My sister's right in the middle. And then my other sister's the last day. Like literally boom, boom, boom every 2 weeks. Bam.
Wow. They planned that.
He had to. I don't know. He had to. But yes, so I got into production, working on one of the sets. I like intern.
Okay.
Or I don't even call it intern. It was like free PA, however you want to call
it.
Volunteer.
Yeah.
And so that's when I found out there was this all-black production that was happening right around the corner from my mom's restaurant. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what is it? Who's in it? And it was like all these fine men doing this movie. And I was like, what? So I literally ran out the restaurant, ran around the corner, and I saw all this, and I was like, oh, I want to work on this production. And then the guy I saw who was like calling the shots, and then he was like, can you be here tomorrow? It's not paid, but can you be here tomorrow at 9 a.m.? I said, I will be here. And I said, Mom, I quit. I'm like,
that's hilarious.
So I pulled up the next day, and I just started like working in the art department, helping with wardrobe, just whatever. And then he was like, no, what are you doing? And he put me with the director. And since then, like, I just saw how a director moved and saw how the producer moved. And I was like, I want to call the shots. I want to do that. And then that's how I got into my production.
Girl, what a story. What did your mom say when you're like, I'm not reporting to the restaurant tomorrow because I'm going to be on set? What did she say?
Well, the funny thing is she just knew that I had this in me to like not work a 9 to 5, not, be bounded. She was like, first of all, I had my degree and all that. She was like, I can't afford to pay you what you are worth. So go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, fly, baby, fly.
Fly, baby, fly.
Right.
And I was like, Mom, I ain't getting paid over here either, but I still need that check or that free plate. But she's very supportive. My family is very supportive on everything that we've done.
I mean, you just said so many important things. One, just the power of the arts, just starting in the arts at such a young age and how that shaped you as, the woman you are today, being exposed at that young age. And then also just the importance of having a community, like a family that believes in you and champion the work that you're doing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So when did you start Miss Everything production? Like what was the foundation of that? Because the name is everything, right? I love that.
Well, because everybody was like, mind you, I went through my whole little history, dancing, this, that. I did everything. And they were like, so you need to start focusing on one thing. And I'm like, why gotta focus on one thing when I like doing everything?
Don't let them put you in a box.
Exactly. So they tried to box me in. I was not having it.
Right.
And so one day I got called to assistant direct AD on a set, and I was the only female. I was the youngest, and I was the only African American. I was like, oh, no. We about to change this.
We about to switch it up.
We about to switch this up. And so that was the birth of my company, Miss Everything. And my auntie was like, it started kind of back in school. That's how I changed my major, because I wanted to do computer information systems back at Cal Poly. And she was like, what are you doing? You ain't about to be stuck behind no computer. So then I got into marketing. So then I learned how to sell myself and how to create. And that's how I came up with the name, Miss Everything. She was like, you're doing everything, won't you? And so Miss Everything Entertainment was birthed.
Brilliant. I love that. I love how you took that. You not only are you not gonna put me in a box, I'm gonna name my company Miss Everything. So let you know, you ain't putting me in a box, because I can do it all, and I'm going to. And it appears to have been quite rewarding for you and your company and all the things that you're doing. So when you were in high school, let's talk about those years in high school. At that time, were you modeling? I'm sure you were still dancing. What were you doing at high school? And I'm sure you took on leadership roles in high school, because that's just, you.
I don't even know how I have all the time in the day when I was in high school, because I was in AVID or honors classes. I was also the vice president of the school. For leadership. I was the school's vice president.
And is that voted by the student body?
The student body, yes. I was in BSU, so I did literally everything. I was also running track in high school.
Wow.
I played softball as well. I was still dancing professionally. We had shows and gigs and rehearsals every weekend. I also held 3 jobs. Don't ask me.
Are you serious?
I don't know how. And I still graduated with honors, and I was the vice president of school. I did all of that in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of breed. You know that, right?
I don't even know if I slept. I
don't know if I slept.
Because I was the one. I was and I DJ'd in school too.
Are you
so all
serious?
the school time activities, wherever it's prep rallies or the assemblies. I ran all the assemblies. I did all of the announcements every morning, the Pledge of Allegiance. And that's kind of where my production kind of started. And when I think about it, because I was actually producing all of the announcements, and then we got creative with trying to sell tickets. So we did the commercials and stuff like that. Come on down to the ASB office and get your homecoming tickets. I was being very creative.
School announcements.
I made the school announcements.
Sexy.
Yes, we did everything.
That's good. You know what? For young people who might be watching this, I hope that you are just inspired to know that you don't have to pick one lane to be in. Never, ever minimize your gifts and your talents. There's a place to use them all.
Yeah.
If you have not convinced of that after listening to Ms. J. Tasha, you better be convinced today. Because, it's just amazing to just hear and see that journey. And being able to hire all of your family members on certain projects. Talk about some of the projects that you've worked on. What's been your favorite project? Because I can only imagine being on the Bernie Mac show with Bernie Mac. That had to be cool.
He was so funny.
I'm
sure.
So
cool.
He was funny with us, just that we just, for those who just got a chance to sit back and watch.
I would have to say I solely produced a project called Santa Games that's on Hulu, and it starred Phase on Love. I learned so much in that, more about the business because, I was fed information and I didn't really not understand, but because of the information I was fed, I didn't know how to move properly. Okay. And that's why I always say information is key. Like if you're working on a project, you always want to know the ins and outs of everything. Yeah. But on that project, it was fun because I was able to hire my cousin to do COVID. It was during COVID time, so she was making sure everybody was healthy. I hired 5 of my family members. My dad was one of them, 2 of my cousins, my friend, her daughters and kids to actually act in the project.
Did your family cater? Were they the caterers?
My mother did do the catering of the food. My sister created our chair backs. So she's in the military. She on top of what I do, she has a whole nother
Miss Everything too.
Even Miss Everything too. So she created the chair bags and some of the creative stuff. My other cousin did. He was a barber on set.
Wow.
Who am I? Know I miss. Oh, my other cousin did casting. So she did like all the extras in the background casting. My auntie did the accounting and payroll for the tax and all of that.
Wow.
I know I'm not missing something. So I had hair, makeup, wardrobe, catering, crafty. Did I have anybody in wardrobe? No, I didn't. But I was.
But everything else was your film. But I mean, that's how a lot of productions are done. And when we're looking to create access for, for Black and brown young people, or just to see other representation in the space, that's how it happens. When you're in the space and you're able to open the doors and hire other people to come alongside you in that journey. And so
that was the whole birth when I started Miss Everything, when I was the only female and the only Black person. I was like, I gotta change that narrative. And so by doing that, I started my production company where I could produce films and be able to hire more women of color, more African American people, and of course, I gotta spread the wealth within the family.
I know that's real. And production is a fast-paced environment. Entertainment is a fast-paced environment, right? Yes. So apparently, your high school years prepared you for this business, because it is always hurry up and wait, and everything is urgent, and it's like this, run, slow down, run, slow down. And there's so many moving pieces to the entertainment industry. What is your favorite part about the industry?
It's actually when I'm able to see the birth of a project, like how the script is
from beginning to
from the beginning, and then to see
completion.
To completion on the screen. That I guess that's the producing in me, is like how we go from reading a puzzle to seeing the puzzle. And that's my whole thing.
That is, I have to agree with you. It's always rewarding to see, especially for us who work with system impacted youth, when they're in the writer's room and they're creating their they're pitching. Like, we get to hear them pitch and negotiate with one another about the stories that they want to tell as a group, and then get this story together and move it from that, and then seeing it come alive on the big screen. You're like, oh my God. Because stories and movies have a way of changing us.
Yes.
In a way, sometimes we don't even realize that it has this impact. So it's just such a powerful medium. So I totally agree. What are some of the challenges that you find most difficult to navigate in the area of entertainment, or any of the businesses that you have?
I think it is, for me, like producing, I feel like it's challenging to find funding for a lot of projects.
Oh, girl, talk up. I can sip to that all day long, but go ahead.
Finding funding, it's very, very hard. Distribution is another part of it.
Oh, yeah.
But if I want to talk more about like the actual production side of things, is actually navigating and dealing with, you have to deal with a lot of different personalities.
Yes, you do.
And you have to manage a lot of different people. Like, it could be a bad day for the person in art, and they want to go off and not work with the lighting, and so it just navigating different personalities, I've learned it was very challenging for me. But because I've always been in group settings, I've always been a little leader, I've always learned to let everyone get their opportunity to speak and be heard, helped me navigate a lot easier. But it's always challenging, because you never know how somebody feeling today.
How people showing up.
Yeah, how people are showing up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might not even have a great day.
Right.
But you still have to show up. And so just navigating different personalities.
Yeah, that's good. I know one of the things that we've done, we created this what's called community environment, where before we start a meeting, we'll go around the room and ask each person, how do they feel? You don't have to explain it, but sometimes just putting it out there, where I'm feeling challenged today, or I'm feeling, unappreciated today, whatever that is, just being able to audibly say it, sometimes release that. But it also helps the people in the room understand it ain't personal today. She ain't look at me funny. She just got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Because girl, managing people and or leading people can be very difficult. Yeah. And especially when sometimes you're younger than the people that you are.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
I am very young, by the way.
But
I know she gave my whole history. I've been in the game for 30 years, literally 30 years. But I'm very
amazing. She said, but I'm very forever 21. Let's just put that out there, right?
Yes.
So as sometimes the youngest person in the room, is it that your reputation sort of precedes you, so people know that it's Tasha, she has already earned this respect, or do you go in and you have to sort of set that foundation? What is that like?
Lately, people have been hearing more about me.
Okay.
But let's just say like yesterday, for example, just using that, I had to go in there and kind of like set the tone of who I am, of what I've done. Yeah. I may look young, but I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it can come off, being a female, it can come off that I am, I wouldn't say rude. It's just, if a man was to do it, which is, I hate that, but if a man was to do it, oh, he's respected. But if a female came and do it, oh, she's having a bad day, or, And
it's just being direct.
But it's just being direct.
Yeah.
And so I kind of had to be very assertive with a smile. And I learned to have to soften my edge of a knife, sword, but still get the job done.
Right.
And so now people come and say like, oh, I seen the glow. I seen the growth in you. Yeah. And that's because y'all know me. Y'all know what I've done. Now I can come in here and let my guards down. But before I had to come with a whole armor vest because I was young and nobody knew. Right. Like I actually knew what I was doing because like I said, I worked in every department. I done got behind the camera. I done got behind hair and makeup. Literally on every job I've ever done, I know every department. Yeah. And so I don't like to come in like I know it all, but I don't like people to
assume you don't know what you know.
My intelligence.
Right. That's good.
I graduated with honors, y'all.
She said, I graduated on don't insult my intelligence. But it's also interesting that marketing was your major, being that all things arts, from dancer to model to production. I think that's very smart to get a marketing, because you got all these skills, but you got to know how to market those skills. And marketing is not easy. I know for us as an organization, as a social enterprise, it's one of the things that we're starting to realize, like marketing is so important, and yet you don't always have the funding to cover marketing. So what suggestion or advice would you give organizations that don't have a line item on their budget for marketing?
One, create one.
Correct. It's that simple, create one.
Create one. But two, there's a lot of free marketing nowadays. Social media is one big one. Yeah. I would definitely look into tools like Instagram, Facebook, just using those, TikTok. Just everybody knows those. They're on those. You can direct to consumer directly to that. But using tools like that is a great way for marketing. But then also while you're creating, create things that will how do I say this? Create things that will, like, clickbait, like, so I did a movie and I'm like, hey, let's add this one line in here just so when we put out on like, I'm thinking ahead. I'm already thinking about promotion. Like, let's just add this one line, or let's shoot it this way so we can utilize this for our social media platform.
Oh, that's good.
Right. So
that's good.
A lot of people get caught up in this, and then they're like, oh, snaps, we can't use this for that. And I'm already thinking, let's do A, B, and C.
Because you got a marketing mindset.
I got a marketing mindset. We
Yeah.
shot a whole movie, and I was like, hey, let's schedule a photo shoot on here because we're going to need pictures of our actors to help promote the movie. And so one day we had all of our actors, and we had our photographer, same people who do our videography, our camera. I'm like, hey, once we're done with this scene, I'm going to send people, rotate them, go get pictures and headshots. And now we're using it as marketing tools.
Wow.
I just got to think ahead. Like,
Yeah.
what are some of the things you're going to need for marketing?
Yeah.
And then, look, I didn't have to put a whole separate photo shoot, bring everybody back, hire here, makeup,
Use
and
them
wardrobe.
while they were there.
I would use them while they were there. I didn't have a separate line item for it, but I made it happen.
Yeah.
Because it was already there. So just things like that. Like, what are the minimum of things you're going to need for marketing? And
Yeah.
I kind of snuck it in to
I
production.
like that. You have the end goal in mind.
Yes.
And we're starting from the beginning of the process.
Yes.
That's good.
Always,
That's good.
yeah.
So what are some movies or projects you have coming out under Miss Everything production? What's on the horizon?
So I recently just did a project. Shout out to Los Angeles Studios and Damon Douglas, as well as our writer, creator, director, Del Rage Restighini. It's called Soul of a Sister. It's
Soul of a Sister?
Yes.
Oh, I'm already in. I'm intrigued.
It's called Soul of a Sister. It's on BET Plus. And
Okay.
it stars V. Bozeman. Amazing
So
voice.
it's already out?
It's out. It just came out
Okay.
like a week ago, or
Oh,
it came out a month ago.
okay. We're going to tag it.
It came out very recently, and it stars, like I said, V. Bozeman. It stars Eric Bellinger, Grammy Award-winning Eric Bellinger, Tish Hyman, DJ Damas, DJ Head, Paula Jai Parker, Fizz. So it has a lot of music people a part of this project.
Okay.
Of course, you can see me on the screen.
Yay! Behind the scene and in front
And
of
in
the
front.
camera. Y'all better
Literally
recognize.
every project I kind of work on, I'll always be in front of it.
A
some
cam-
way. I
a cameo
started
in some way?
as an actress.
Right.
Like, of course, I'm going to
Utilize the skills, honey. All of them.
Yes. And you got to have multiple streams of income. So
That part too.
don't dibble and dabble, but you got to have multiple streams.
I know that's right.
And so it's on BET Plus.
Cool.
The next project I have coming out, it's more of a horror flick. It's called Weep. And it stars James Duvall, who was on like Scream and all of that. And it's more so a young in social media as they're going through the woods and trying to find, they get attacked type of. So it's a little horror film.
Okay. Is it comedy horror or just strictly horror?
It's a sci-fi thriller.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
more thriller.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna actually, I've never done this yet.
Okay.
But I'm gonna write my
Let's talk
own
about it.
project.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna write one.
All right.
I don't think I'm gonna direct it yet, but I'm gonna write one.
Do you have an idea what it is? Can you share?
I do have an idea of what it is.
Oh, you don't want to share. You can't share it?
It's a holiday film.
Oh.
It's a holiday film.
Everybody
and-
love holiday films.
Exactly. So I just know it's about to be sold very quickly.
I
Hopefully,
love
y'all buy it. Buy my project. Distribution.
let's talk
I'm thinking about distribution in advance.
Right. How do you, I mean, distribution is something that, especially in the entertainment industry, people are always trying to figure out how do they get their projects sold.
Oh, one, you got to go to a lot of film festivals, you know, such as the Pan-African Film and Arts Festival.
Yes.
Make your way over there.
Yes, Pan-African Film.
Yes.
I just want to plug this real quickly. I am so grateful because for the past 2 years, our youth have had at least 3 films last year and this year accepted in the Pan-African Film Festival. So that is so huge for these young people. I mean, we host the Kids Film Awards, but to see their project with a community of people that may not have attended our film festival and to be in a reputable Oscar qualifying film festival, it has been just life-changing for these young people. So I want to just give a shout out and say thank you, Pan-African Film Festival, for seeing our young people and just sharing their stories. So go ahead.
Well, while we're on that, shout out to Linda Bronson Abbey for bringing me a part of the Pan-African Film
Yay, thank you,
Festival
Miss Linda.
and starting the PAFF Institute. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
But film festivals are definitely a good way to get your film seen, to find out, like there's a lot of people from different companies for distribution there, and then networking across so you all can level up.
Yeah.
So yes, film festivals is one, and then 2, there's a lot of different type of competitions. Like I know Tyler Perry just opened up his doors for production, and so doing, you know, just reading about that, and then you can get grants for your own, and then you can self-independently put it out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
You just got to be willing to do the work, that extra mile. You know, some people, probably me included, you just want people to see it and be like, oh my gosh, I love it. I want to take this. I want to put this on the big screen. I want to do this. But sometimes you really do have to market and get out there and make yourself available. One of my last guests was saying just showing up. And my pastor used to say that all the time too. Just showing up is half the battle. So being in those spaces is very important.
Yes, and there's a lot of streaming networks out there, so definitely you can reach out to them independently. But yes, what was the question again?
Well, you actually answered the question. We were just talking about
projects coming out.
Exactly.
Oh, and then I do have a background in like music video production, so I produce a lot of videos. But now I started directing, so I do have a video that's getting ready to come out that I directed.
Okay.
And it's a major artist from Jamaica. His name is Conscience, and I'm so happy that my first, one of my directorial debuts on video was someone of the Caribbean.
Yay!
So I can go back to the roots.
Take it home. Take it home.
Yes. So,
that's great. Well, I'm happy to know you're directing because in all of the Kids in the Spotlight films, we pull in industry professionals to direct. So I'm going to just put it out there. We throwing your name in the hat to direct one of these short films that the young people are creating. This has been so great. Yes. Girl, they gave me that 5-minute sign up probably like 5-10 minutes ago. Everybody knows I hate that sign. They're telling me I have to rap. No. This has been so good. Thank you so much for saying yes, for coming and sharing your story. Is there anything else you would like to share? Because I didn't even get into asking you, who's your favorite leader? I want to know all of that. I want to know all the things that's in, the J. Tasha world.
Ooh, who is my favorite? Is it biased if I go with my family?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, my mother.
Yes.
Because
what's your mom's name? We about to give moms the prop because we coming to the restaurant. Okay.
Come to the restaurant. You'll see her on the restaurant during the weekends. But Laverne Smith is my mother, and she has been leading. My father is there too. He's an amazing leader too. But girl power.
Right.
I'm a daddy's girl though.
Right.
But my mom, she has been very instrumental on leading me down this path of the woman I am today.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. What's her name again?
Laverne Smith.
Thank you, Mama Laverne Smith. We appreciate you. J. Tasha, this has been great. Thank you so much. And I'm going to tag my friend because I have a girlfriend whose name is Tasha. So I was like, J. Tasha.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tag her to make sure she got, she knows. But thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of Leaders in the Spotlight. Y'all, I know you've heard something to inspire you today. A nugget is something that you can grab and take with you on your leadership journey. So remember to do those 3 magical words: like, share, subscribe. Please, anybody in the entertainment industry, especially young people who are trying or are aspiring to be in this industry, tag them. I want them to see amazing, successful people like J. Tasha, who started from just a very young age and continued to build her craft and refused to let anybody put her in a box. So I would love for you to share this with them, tag them, and so that they too can be inspired. So until next time, have an amazing day on your leadership journey. Bye now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. I hope you were inspired and you gained some valuable nuggets that will help you to become a better leader and to walk in your God-given authority. Bye until next time.